What is going on, everybody? I am Bifo, and today I am going to bring you a new statue review here. It is the Diamond Select Superman the Animated Series statue. I actually have it sitting right here. So this is a pretty good piece, and just like a lot of these pieces in this line, my favorite thing about these, just right off the top, is the likeness. The likeness that these represent just with the actual character models in the animated series, be it this one in particular is from like the Bruce Timm animated series, and then the Superman original animated series that kind of coincided with Batman the animated series, and then that same likeness and character design was used throughout pretty much all of Bruce Timm's original animated series that he had. So Justice League Unlimited, and what have you. They've changed, in later years, but that was pretty much how all of the Bruce Timm character designs were throughout, and these statues really depict them very well. But getting into some more specifics about this piece, it stands about 9 inches tall, it's 6 inches wide, and then it's about 7 inches in depth. So just from the front of him to the back of him where the cape ends, that's pretty much what you're looking at in the overall dimensions. It weighs just about a pound, so that's also another really great thing about these pieces, is that they're not super heavy. They're very lightweight. You can put them up on like free hanging shelves, that you can't put too much weight on and stuff. You can keep them out in the open. You don't have to worry about them being just very heavy pieces. They're not super big. They're just good sized pieces, and they don't weigh very much. So they're really great on that level. Some of the downsides with these pieces are the colors that they have, the paint jobs on them. They're not the most detailed pieces in the world. They are all typically just one single tone. Superman in this case, it's all one shade of blue. There's no shading on it. So I mean, that is kind of a downside to pretty much all the pieces in this Diamond Select animated series DC line. But one good thing about them, they may lack in shading and detailing, but at least the colors are all very vibrant. They're all really well painted for what they are. Just being like a PVC statue, they're painted well, even though they're not painted with a ton of detail and shading. So that is one good takeaway from them, that at least you're getting a nice, good paint job on them, just kind of lacking detail. Another thing I do like about the statues is it's in a more dynamic kind of action pose. It's like, Superman running like he's about to race the Flash, or he's going to run to save somebody. Just a more action style pose, as opposed to it being a standard museum pose where you get that 9 times out of 10 especially with a lot of like the lower price ones. Some of these more budget statues, more often than not, you get them in, the cheaper PVC material, but then you also get them in just a basic kind of museum pose where they just kind of stand there, just doing nothing. At least this is somewhat of an action pose, so I do like that. I think that is I think that is a positive. The base of the statue appears to be a head of a Darkseid statue. So a crushed Darkseid statue, Superman is mounting on top of it, and that's cool. I mean, I do like that. This Darkseid is one of my favorite DC characters, especially when it comes to their villains. He's a great force in the DC universe, so I do like that. I mean, other than that little fact that it is a Darkseid, the head of a Darkseid statue, it's got a really bad paint job on it. It's just a very dull brown. There's literally no detailing on it at all. Granted, it is much better than it just being like a boulder or something like that. Like the Batman the Animated Series statue, he's just kind of on something. It's just a base. It's not an actual, this is a statue, so it's an inanimate object, but it's not like a living thing. It's not a real world item in terms of the DC universe. He's just standing on something that just supports the statue. Whereas Superman, at the very least, it is the head of a Darkseid statue. So that is cool. I appreciate the additional detailing and the fact that it's not just a rock, or it's not just a painted base. It's actually something tangible. So it's both so I'd say the base is both a positive and a negative. Well, there you have it, guys. That was my quick review of the Diamond Select Toys Superman the Animated Series statue. PVC piece, like I said. Overall, I do like this piece. I will say I like pretty much all of the line of this piece. They're all pretty good. They all have their ups and downs, but I think the Superman and the Batman one they're probably two of the better ones. The poses they are in are a little bit more dynamic. I mean, I might be a little biased because Batman and Superman are my favorite DC characters. So, I mean, that goes into it some capacity, I guess. But what do you guys think? Do you like the Diamond Select Toys PVC DC animated series statue line, or do you guys stick to more high-end collectibles from like Sideshow and everything? So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Please consider liking and subscribing. And as always, guys, I am Bifo. This is Honest and Uneducated. Take care.